All right, guys, I think everyone's here, so let's get started. Today, I think we're going to kind of be a little more low-key. It seems like that's what people need. Seems like there's a lot of energy going on right now in the world. So let's see if we can calm everything down, okay? So let's start with just some breathing first. So you can sit however you want to sit, okay? We're going to start with some nasal breathing. So if you don't remember how to do nasal breathing, we're just going to plug one nostril. You're going to breathe in and then out that nostril, and then you'll switch nostrils again, okay? So I'm going to plug my right. I'm going to breathe in through my left, and then out through my left. And then I'm going to switch and breathe into my right, and then out my right. Switch again. Switch. And switch. Good. From there, we're going to work on something called the nod technique, okay? This is actually really cool. And we're going to do it once and then probably repeat it a little bit later, just to see like how much more you improved, okay? So you're going to breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your nose. Once you're done, you're going to plug your nose and then just nod up and down, okay? And you're going to nod up and down until you feel like you need to take another breath in. It shouldn't be a gasping breath in, because that just means you held your breath a little bit too long, okay? So let's give it a try. We're going to breathe in and out through our nose, plug our nose, and then nod, okay? So I'm going to breathe in and then out. And then take your breath back in, okay? How'd that go for everybody? Good. Yep, we'll do it again, and then hopefully you improve afterward, okay? We're going to do another little drill. So this is going to kind of help you bring some awareness into your body. I know people are sick of me saying that over and over again, but you have no idea how many people are just either outside of their body or not connected to their body. They have no idea what's going on inside of them. So it's really hard to fix anything if you don't know what's broken inside of you. So an easy drill that I like to do, and again, we're not going to move our head. We're just going to move our eyes and just kind of like look around the room that you're sitting in, really slow, kind of like you're looking at something for the very first time, okay? And while you're doing that, you just want to be sitting nice and quiet. Notice the pressure in your body. You know, if you're sitting, do you notice more weight on your right butt cheek, more weight on your left butt cheek? And again, you're just looking around, observing everything. Maybe there's a picture you're looking at, you never really noticed the pattern in the picture, or the lettering in a sign. And noticing what your breathing does. Notice what you feel in your body. You're just looking around, nice and slow. Good. After that, what I'm going to have you do, you're just going to look only with your eyes to the right as far as you can. And just hold your gaze there for a little bit. Notice what you feel in your body. Does it become harder? Do you not want to look in that side? Does your breathing change? Does something hurt? Take notice of that, okay? And then you're going to do the same thing to the left side. So without moving your head, you're just going to take your eyes as far to the left as you can see. And just notice again, what side's easier. Notice what shifts in what you feel in your body. Good. Save that information for later. Okay, we're going to come back and kind of revisit and see what you feel. Okay, so now let's take some big breaths in. We want to take big belly breaths in, diaphragm breathing, fill our bellies, fill our outer ribs. We don't want to be moving from up here. Okay, so let's take some breaths in and out. This time we're going to go out the mouth when we exhale. And notice what, again, you start to feel in your body. Where you might feel tight or restricted. Good. If you're sitting Indian style, that's where we're going to start first right now, okay? And what I'm going to have you do is just literally stretch back into your ribs and your shoulder blade and then pull yourself forward, okay? So if I'm showing you from the side, I'm actually grabbing onto my knees and I'm making a forward and back motion through my ribs. So if I think about my breastbone here, my breastbone's going back, and then my breastbone's going forward. And again, notice what your breathing does. Does it shift? Does it change? When you go back and forth. Okay. From there, we're going to go into our hip 90-90 position. Okay, and we're just going to get settled there. Again, you're looking to see like what you're feeling in your bottom. Maybe you're sitting like this. See if you can sit straight. Do you get some pain in the one hip? Take your breath in and then out. So let's say I'm a little tight right in through here. So I'm going to direct a breath right into this area. And try to fill and expand that area with breath. From there, we're going to lean forward over the knee. Then we're going to come up and lean forward. And then we're going to roll and reach to the other side. Okay, come back again, forward, to the front. And then all the way to the other side. And then we're going to switch legs, okay? So we're going to move over that knee. I just got a nice little adjustment. Come to the front. You can see I don't go as far on this side. And then rotate to the other side. So yes, I'm not immune either. Back over to that knee. Front, and rotate to the other side. Okay. From there, we're going to stay in that same position. So now I'm going to rotate to my left leg, okay, and I'm going to take my arm and reach. So I'm reaching to the wall out in front of me, trying to get a stretch all through this line through here. Okay. And as I'm stretching, I'm making sure I can take my big breath in and then out in that area. And then we're going to reach over our head. Okay. And same thing, take that big breath in. I'm reaching all the way up to the ceiling. We're going to switch sides. Okay, so I'm going to reach all the way through. Take a big breath in and then out. Then I'm going to reach up over my head. So I'm reaching up to the ceiling, pressing through that shoulder blade. Then we're just going to go into regular pigeon, which you guys probably know. Okay. So now my knees in front of me. Okay, there's a couple different options. One is you can just stay in this position. Okay, depending on what you need. Two, you can actually come down onto your elbows. Or you can do both. See which one feels better. Okay, I actually like being up a little bit higher today. That one seems to be feeling better for me. And again, you're still taking your deep breath in and then out, noticing where you feel restricted. And then we're going to switch legs. So now I'm going to bring my left leg, bend my knee in front, and extend the other leg behind me. And again, I can be on my, or I can have my arms straight, or I can be bent elbows. Okay, from there, we're going to do a little bit of shin box. So we're just going to come up onto our shins, squeeze our butt, come back down. Rotate sides, come up onto our shins, squeeze our butt, come back down. Rotate. Okay. And then we'll go back and forth a few times. Make sure you're squeezing that butt. And then one more. Okay. Now we're going to progress this a little bit further. So we've come up onto our shins, and now I'm going to come forward into a lunge, and then lunge, and then try to keep my heel on the floor. Okay. Come back, and then back down. So let's try that again. Switch sides. We're going to come up onto our shin box. I'm going to step through, and then lunge. Come back. So I'm back on my shin. Back into the hip 90-90, back into my shins, squeeze my butt, come through, lunge. Okay. And then we'll do one more on the other side. Very good. All right, now we're going to hang out quadruped a little bit, my favorite position, or cuped, as I like to call it. So I'm going to show you cat-cow. Probably been a while since we've done these. Okay, so we're going to take a big breath in, and we're going to arch, and then we're going to exhale. All right, take a big breath in. Now, some things about the quadruped position. First off, we want to make sure our hands, if we think of our hands like our feet, our hands can become a foot tripod. Okay, so we kind of want most of the weight on the outer part of our hand and over by our thumb here. Okay, so as you're on your fingers, your hands, you want to think about that. Okay, the other thing you want to do is the eye of your elbow here. You don't want that rolling forward because that's going to keep your scapula, your shoulder blades, pretty sloppy. Okay, so we want to make sure they stay nice and engaged which means you're going to spiral and have the eye of the elbow facing forward. So if you can see what happens at my shoulder blades, so here is me not engaged. Okay, I look pretty sloppy through here, right? So now I'm going to engage. Now I look pretty stable. Okay, so now I have stability up in my shoulders, shoulder girdle and shoulder blade area. Okay, and I have my tripod hand, so to say. The other thing I want you to think about today is making sure your toes are underneath of you. So not flat-footed, but toes are underneath. And obviously we want our hips stacked with our knees, okay? So we don't want to be back here, and we don't want to be here. That's not really quadruped, okay? So we're going to do some windshield wipers with the heels. I'm going to show you my back side so you can see what's happening with my feet. So I'm on my toes, and I'm literally just going to take my heels and windshield wiper them in and out. Okay. From there, I still have my toes curled underneath of me. We're just going to rock back. Okay. It's going to stretch out our toes, so go a little careful if you're someone who knows that they don't have a lot of mobility in that big toe. You're going to probably have to work into this. Okay, so even if you just have to go back, little rocks. Okay, we're going to rock back and forth. We're stretching, we're opening up the toes. Good. Then in that same position, you're going to take your leg out to the side. Okay, I still have my toes underneath me, and you're going to rock back. I still have my active shoulders. Okay, I didn't lose that. And then we're going to switch. Okay, scapula push-ups. We're in our quadruped position. I have my active shoulders. We're going to sink and then push the floor away. Sink, push the floor away. So essentially you're moving like a piston right through your shoulder blade here, okay? A lot of times I'll see people bend their elbows to do this. This is not what it is, okay? If I have my arms straight out in front of me, I'm going to push and then bring it back. Push, bring it back. If I take it down in the quadruped, I'm doing the same thing, okay? So you're trying to move all through where my left hand is, okay? So we'll do 10 of those, okay? Scapular push-ups. Everybody looks like they're going well so far. All right. We're going to try something new today, okay? So you're going to come back onto your heels. Now again, if you can't do this, put a pillow underneath of you, put a yoga block so you're not all the way down, okay? We're going to use our butt. So we're going to have to squeeze to come back up. Come back down, squeeze to come back up, okay? Go down slow, squeeze to come back up. And then squeeze, come back up. And then we'll do one more. Notice if, again, both butt cheeks are firing, or if you just have one. Okay. Back in the quadruped, we're just going to do some arm flossing. Okay, so remember that eye of the elbow we talked about? You're just going to roll that in and out. And again, no bending of the elbows. Okay. Good. And then we're going to work on our wrists a little bit. So I'm going to take our palms and face them up, and we're just going to rock side to side. And then fingertips out to the side, and you're just gonna rock back and forth. Again, elbows are still straight. And then fingertips are gonna go forwards. We're gonna rock forwards and back. Again, we're still mindful of our tripod hand. And then we're gonna take our fingertips back towards our knees and then rock back. Probably won't go as far this way. And then last but not least, we're gonna do some thread the needle. So I'm gonna take my hand and bring it through. And then I'm gonna come back up and rotate. And then bring it through. And then rotate. One more, bring it through. And then rotate. Switch sides. So now I'm going to bring my left arm through and rotate. Bring my left arm through. Again, make sure we're still breathing. That hasn't changed. Notice if you can rotate further on one side versus the other. Okay? Now, we're going to come back to the breathing. So remember how I had you look out the right and then look to the left? So let's do that again and see if that's changed at all. So for me, it got way better on the right already, and the left really wasn't an issue. Okay. Everyone have some positive change with that? Good. Good job, guys. All right, then we're going to repeat that nod test. So hopefully you remember what number you had, and then we're going to do it again. Okay, so remember, you're going to breathe in, breathe out through the nose, plug your nose, and then nod. Okay. Good. Everyone get better? I just got 10 more, so that's good. Good. 10 more, 12 more, 6 more. Nice, guys. All right, so that's it for today. And then I will see everyone next Wednesday. All right. Okay. Have fun, guys. See ya.